I've been crunching the numbers, and it turns out the Zubr is insane. We're also going to be reviewing the Ratkiller in this video. So let's look at these upgrades here. So the Zubr slash, I think Bison, right? Slash Ratkiller is arguably one of the best weapons in the game. It's not even really debatable. Like, you can argue against it, but the numbers will just prove you wrong. It just two taps a lot of things with certain ammo types. So let's look at the upgrades really quick and then talk about attachments and all that. All right, so for the handle upgrades, on a normal Zubr 19, you can get recoil recovery, moving while aiming, or aiming accuracy. I would say moving while aiming is better. Aiming accuracy, like, look at the accuracy, it's already maxed out, so who cares? Moving while aiming is better because you can move faster while aiming down sight. Recoil decrease is nice, so I'd recommend getting that. The weight reduction is always nice, and the wear and tear I would always recommend for every single weapon in the game, no matter what. You can also get the scope mount, which allows you to put red dot, a 2x scope, and I think that's it for those. And then you can also get a suppressor, which is nice. So those are your main attachments, and there's also an extended mag. So those are the attachments. You can get a recoil decrease without blueprints, and then with a blueprint, you can get another aiming speed. Or I'm sorry, an aiming speed or a spread decrease. Now, spread decrease for like spamming and being more accurate. Aiming speed for if you want to aim down sight a little bit faster. Laser is always good. It increases aiming speed, or decreases it, and also reduces spread, so it's always good to have on most weapons. And then for the barrel, you want to get the reduced damage drop off. I would go with the penetration. It'll get you a little bit more extra damage. And then flatness. The alternative is spread decrease, but I would say the penetration is a little bit better. If you want to use this thing against mutants, which it can easily be used against, you want as much penetration as possible. And then, of course, the flash suppressor. I would say the spread decrease is probably a little bit better than the recoil decrease and the muzzle brake. You can only run one at a time. You can, I think you can switch between them once you get it. But I would say the flash suppressor is a little bit better. And then also suppressing the weapon does increase your range by quite a bit. Now for the Ratkiller, it has identical upgrades, except it is missing the muzzle brake upgrade here. So you can get the flash suppressor, but you cannot get the muzzle brake. Now let's go over the stat differences between these two weapons, and then also we'll demonstrate like what they can do. So the normal, all right, so Ratkiller fully upgraded versus Zubr base fully upgraded. The Ratkiller is in 9x18. The normal Zubr is in 9x19. And with the exact same upgrades and attachments, aside from the scope, which does not improve range, the normal Zubr has a much higher range stat. So it can two-tap certain things, so we'll go into breakpoint testing, but it can perform really well. Both are really good. The Ratkiller should be doing something interesting that I don't want to spoil yet, so we'll be getting into that as well. The weight, so if we actually make this identical, Ratkiller is a little bit lighter if it has the exact same attachments. But these are the stat differences between the two. And then the actual, well, actually, hold on. Let me get rid of this high capacity magazine. Maybe that's why. It still is lighter even without the high capacity magazine. So a little bit lighter. But there's a really good reason to run this, and we'll go over it. It is time for the Zubr base ammo and then AP test. So let's make sure we're in single shot mode this time, not to be confused with shingle shot mode. Now let's go up to this guy that's sleeping. 1, 2, 3. So 3 taps with base ammo. 1, 2. 2 taps with AP. Let's test the Ratkiller. We'll do armor piercing first, and then we'll do base ammo after. So we're looking to just get a clean headshot. Does not one tap. Seems a 2-tap. We'll try to get another guy. Yeah, it does not one tap. Switching to base ammo. Alright, you guys. Stop moving. Stop being weird. Stop moving weird. 1 headshot. 2 headshots. 3. Was that 4? Oh, was that 3? Let me check this. Was that really 3? Let me make sure we get like 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the Ratkiller has identical performance against the highest level exosuit enemies in the game. It looks really cool, and I'll be honest, I was hoping this would one-tap with AP rounds because this would be such a sick weapon platform. Like, it just looks cool as hell. It has a nice, like, camo pattern on it. It's called the Ratkiller, but unfortunately these guys are much larger than rats, so they don't get one-tapped by AP rounds. So overall, what's the consensus for this gun? Definitely one of the best weapons in the game. Definitely run it. And before we head out, let's look at recoil pattern. So kind of almost like a randomness or a random snake. It still goes up and to the right. So like if you want, you shouldn't go full auto the whole time. You should be firing like this. And to compensate for short bursts, just drag down and to the left. You should not be going full auto at like people. That's really stupid. Unless it's a mutant. And if it's a mutant, I don't know, kind of just like track it and hold down and to the left to compensate. It's not too bad. If you hold down to the left, you'll have some left and right movement that's kind of random, or maybe seemingly random, but you can still be on target pretty easily. So overall, really good weapon. Definitely recommend it. Ratkiller, I guess we accidentally myth busted it. Dude, I had high hopes. I had so many people telling me, people that know what they're talking about too, telling me that a one-tap headshot exoskeleton. So I was really hoping to see that. Unfortunately, it two-taps them. But yeah, that's it for this one. Definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed this or found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.